As claimed by the leader of minority in the National Assembly, the Honorable Junet, he says all the sides of the party, they're talking about the supposed cracks, that everyone was represented in that meeting. But from that meeting, we got this headline on the front page of Taifa Leo: ODM yatishia UDA. That's where we're heading now. Wasema chama cha ODM kimeonya UDA kwamba hakitakubali mwafaka wowote ambao utaruhusu chama hicho tawala kuwasimamisha wagombeaji katika ngome zake kwenye uchaguzi mkuu wa mwaka ujao. Jana viongozi wa ODM waliibua wasiwasi kutokana na kile wanachosema ni mwenendo wa UDA kutaja wagombeaji wa nyadhifa mbalimbali katika ngome zake. And just as we were having that break, members of the upper house joined us. Senators Joe Nyoto and Dr. Danson Mungatana, senators representing Muranga and Tana River counties respectively. Karibuni sana, gentlemen.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start with you so that at least you get a chance to go on this fast. You missed out on a big discussion, but you'll get an opportunity probably later. So this issue, Dr. Mungatana, about what a coalition between UDA and ODM would mean. And we've discussed very many times on this panel about the concerns that you yourself raised.
Yeah.
One of them is this one, about zoning. And forget about regions like Nyanza or Rift Valley, but areas that are considered battlegrounds for now. The coastal region for one. Western region, where ODM has predominantly been the biggest party, but now UDA is making inroads. In the coastal region, the same concern has been raised about UDA now making inroads in a predominantly ODM zone. Now ODM says that is the one thing they will not back down from. Do you think that this will be a bone of contention?
Well, it's obviously going to be a bone of contention. I wanted to say that negotiations are difficult, especially political negotiations. But because we have the good intention of working together, I'm sure that solutions will be found. I'm not one of the negotiators, but if I was, I would take the position, which is, I've been very consistent on that we need to build our parties, you know, so that both sides, or any other political party that may want to work with us, should build and be strong. Mm-hmm. And then we come to the table and negotiate. And we should be negotiating about government. Political parties generally negotiate about power sharing, which means it is how should the government look like. And in Kenya, fortunately, the government is not divided along the, it's not how many members of parliament you have. Our government is consisted of people who are non-members of parliament, okay? So you can negotiate outside those considerations of zoning. I think the members of parliament, I think we should distinguish those two completely.
You do not support zoning at all?
I don't, because you can't support building of political parties and at the same time support zoning. What we are doing in UDA, which must not be construed as trying to fight against anyone, we are trying to be fit for the purpose that the general election is coming. We need to be fit. I mean, if I know that we are going to have the Nairobi Marathon in a few months, I'll get fit. Not so that I can defeat you. I'm getting fit because I want to get fit for purpose. So we are building our grassroots networks. In fact, UDA is really working. I've said that many times. In Tana River, for example, I know all my leaders at the polling center levels, all of them. And I'm preparing for the grassroots elections. They were supposed to be on the 28th, but we have shifted them to 7th of April because the first batch was supposed to be doing it on 7th of March, but that's when Johanna Ngeno is going to be buried. So we have adjusted our dates to accommodate our colleague, our departed colleague. But what are we doing? We are building the grassroots network, and we are not fighting anyone. So if I'm building my grassroots network, what you should be doing is also
doing the same in the same
yes.
region. So ODM is welcome to do the same in Tana River?
Welcome to do everything and anything in Tana River. But I know that they sat in a boardroom and said, oh, you'll be chairman, you'll be what. And it is completely ineffective because nobody knows you at the grassroots. We are going the hard way. We are putting in a lot of money. We are doing civic education. We are I brought the party secretary general last week before I went to Joburg for a big sensitization meeting where we brought other leaders. You know, so I'm putting in a lot of effort so that every ward can give me an MCA, every constituency can give me an MP.
Don't you think that weakens the coalition?
Me a women rep and a governor and a senator.
Don't you think that weakens the strength of the proposed coalition,
yes.
As opposed probably to having joint candidates, that this UDA, ODM coalition, whatever name will be given, that yes. should have joint candidates. There's some people who have proposed that, instead of both parties going in the same areas.
But Fred, even then, assuming we have a situation like Nairobi sometimes becomes very dicey. In Nairobi, sometimes you may find that if I raise a candidate and you raise a candidate and the opposition raises one candidate, then you're disadvantaged. In those kind of situations, partners should sit and discuss. But by and large, for the rest of the countries, it is how hard you have worked on the grassroots. And it's really unfair. Let me give an example. For example, maybe I'm in Migori. I'm giving an example, Migori. And I have worked very hard to build a grassroots network. I want to be a member of parliament for maybe one of the constituencies.
On a UDA ticket?
On a UDA ticket. I've built my network. I've participated in the grassroots elections. I've gotten my ward MCAs. I've done my work. I have, in fact, maybe we are two of us, and we went for nomination, and I won my ticket. And then the party secretary general tells me, no, you can't run, we are giving it to ODM. I think that is very undemocratic. It is wrong. And then you are also subjecting, the UDA can be sued because you are going against political rights within the constitution.
Right.
So I think what we should do is, we are not competing. Build your party, I build my party, and then let's see how the elections turn out. But then the issue of the government negotiations, I mean, you know, ANC, the former ANC, they're holding prime cabinet secretary. Did they bring anything on the table? How many MPs are there? So you need to distinguish between what government is and what politics
Clearly,
is.
there's a lot of competition there. But Senator Nyoto, I've seen even this same challenge within the united opposition, that there are attempts